Greetings and good afternoon to all my friends out there who aren't here yet, obviously, because I just started an unannounced stream. It's Saturday afternoon. I'm bored, so I figured why not fire up the old interwebs camera and do this real quick and see what happens. Just see what's out there. Um, just let me set my windows up real quick, because nobody's in here yet anyway, besides me. So what does it matter how long I take to do what I do, right? Huh. Okay. Oh, one more thing here. Anyway, like I said, bored on a Saturday, so why not fire up the old camera and see what happens with that. Let's see. Oh, nobody's in here yet, so I'll just fill time until somebody pops in, or somebody's. I don't know who. Let's see. Only one person watching. That's me. Anyway, see what happens for a few minutes, and if nobody pops in, I'll just log out, delete the stream, and say this never happened. Had a good time last night. Not last night. Well, actually, some of it was at night. Had a good time on Raj's stream. It was Friday happy hour, which turned into a Friday happy 3 hours and 45 minutes. So that was interesting. Got to see my buddy TK. Got to see Jesse, old Raj himself, of course. Caleb was there. Ballard was there. I got to say something about Ballard. He's not in here to hear it. Maybe he'll hear it later. But Ballard's a good sport. I mean, he's taken a lot of guff, in my opinion. He's taken a lot of abuse. Well, I wouldn't call it abuse, but he's taken his fair share of shit from a lot of us. And I don't disinclude myself on that. I mean, I've given him a little crap here and there. A lot of people jumping on him about this and that with respect to girls, with respect to a job that he's just starting, and he's in and out of jobs. It seems a lot. I mean, the kid's only 19 years old, but he seems to be a pretty good sport about things. I got to give him credit for that. I mean, most kids his age, or maybe a little younger, maybe even a little older, would have folded up like a cheap tent in a wind, considering the amount of crap that he gets. I said this about chess a few months ago, especially after the Slav Olympics. Chess sits there. I mean, let's face it, chess a big boy. And he's young, and he's kind of goofy, and he has problems with, showing up on time to things and things like that. But yeah, and people give him shit about that all the time. People give Ballard shit all the time about, living with his parents and living with his grandparents, and he's young, and he doesn't date, and he doesn't this and that. And the both of them seem to be pretty good sports about things, so I got to give him credit for that. And Ballard took a lot of shit yesterday on that stream about a couple of things, but he's a good kid. I think we collectively as a group of college football and college sports fans and everything. I don't even know what we call ourselves. I mean, I'm not as deep into it as some of the other guys, but we give him crap all the time, and to definitely ease up on him a bit, um, just to so we don't run him off. Oh, finally, some couple of people showed up. We got Six Killer and Blue Shirt Buddha have showed up. So a couple of watch guys. Hey, before the sports guys jump in, you guys want to say anything about watches? That would be unusual on this channel. Yeah, how you doing, guys? I just nothing to do for a little while on a Saturday. I mean, there is a couple of things I should do. I just don't wanna. Really. I mean, I was out earlier doing shit, and I know I got to go out again and do a couple more things. I just don't want to go. Well, there goes your chance, guys. Sea Dog showed up, and he won't. He's a sports guy, so there goes your chance to talk watches. One guy shows up, and it's like a clarion call to all the other guys. Oh, by the way, in case anyone is new, was wondering, it's just water. It's not one of those fancy vodkas in the fancy bottles. It's just fancy water. Let's see. Captain Trips is here. He says, I'm not doing anything today. Well, you're doing something today. You're in here with me and with Sea Dog and Blue Shirt Buddha and the Six Killer. So, let's see. Yeah, I have one of those, Buddha. In fact, I was wearing it earlier today. I was wearing my V1 Mako Meteorite with the blue bezel insert that Elshin had an idea to make that, but it never got past the prototype stage, and there were only 3 made, so I got one of them. I think I'd like to say I kind of suggested that idea of a blue bezel on the Meteorite, but I'm not going to take full credit for that. No. Sea Dog's on his lunch break. Okay. Oh, man, Ken Spear is here checking in from Pittsburgh. Well, I have my Hammerhead 3 on today. The orange one. I actually posted up something on Zelos modders and group, because I would dearly love to put a blue bezel insert on this watch, but Elshin says he doesn't have any. So I put a question up on the modders group to see if somebody had thought about changing this bezel insert. Maybe they had taken measurements, for the inside diameter and for the width. I figure with those 2 measurements, I guess I could. I know how to take one of these off without damaging the watch. I have a chemical solution that I bought that's supposed to eat away at the adhesive without hurting the pieces. I suppose I could pop the thing off and take the measurements myself and see if I could find one. But being a little lazy, I guess I kind of hoping that somebody had already done that for me. But I really think that this watch would do better with a blue insert instead of a black. See if you guys can figure out why I think that. Bob, the cat is here. Tiger Cat is obviously, she's bored on a Saturday too. Well, we all are bored on a Saturday, but good to see you, TK. Hope you're feeling better today. But yeah, I would love to take this bezel insert out and change it for a blue one. But I'll work on that. It's Rob Dog is here. No, well, Is Rob Dog beautiful people? I don't know. I've never seen a picture of Rob Dog. I don't know what he looks like. But Mike Vick is here. How you doing, sir? Good to see you. So we are all collectively bored on a Saturday. Up, and I just looked down at my screen, and the trolls are here. The trolls have made themselves known by clicking the thumbs down now 6 times. So good to see you guys, or gals, or hermaphrodites, or whatever the hell you are. Yeah, good to see that the trolls are here. Let's see, we still got more thumbs ups than thumbs down, so that's good. But they can't comment. They can't come in here and disturb the peace. So let them rage in the thumbs down section. Who cares? Let's see. Captain Tricks, that is correct. Mike Vick is VicTube Productions. That is him. That is, he said, the one and the only. So always good to have VicTube in the house. And let's see. And Tiger Cat did click thumbs up, so I appreciate that, TK. Ryan, what is that? Jibo. Jibo? Did I pronounce that right, Ryan? Why would anyone dislike this? Well, Ryan, I have a collection. I seem to have collected a few dedicated haters. And I've named them on this channel and other streams. I'm not going to name them now. There's about a half dozen on the low end. It varies a little between about 6 to 9 people who just don't like me. I'm too opinionated for them. Maybe they don't like watches. They certainly don't like the Florida Gators. I know one of them doesn't like this. I know one of them doesn't. Even though that person claims that they do, they have nothing against them. I believe differently. I don't know. They just want to hate, and you know what? Let them hate. That's fine with me. Ballard is here. Ballard, I was just talking about you at the beginning of the stream. There was nobody in the comment section, but I was just talking about you. I was saying that I was saying basically that you are what I believe to be a good sport with respect to the amount of crap that you take on a lot of these streams, especially yesterday on Jesse's stream. You took a little bit of I don't want to call it abuse per se, but you took a little bit of abuse. So I was just complimenting you that you're a pretty good sport. Aren't you supposed to be at work, Ballard? I thought you were working today. Mike Vick says y'all want to know about his thing last night. Yeah, well, what are you talking about, man? It looks like this stream is going to be fairly limited, so I'm actually going to drop the StreamYard link now. You want to come in and talk about it, Mike? That's fine. No problem. I didn't see your stream last night, Mike. I was doing something else. But if you want to come in and talk about it, there's the link. I do require that anyone who comes into the stream, into StreamYard, they activate their camera, so I make sure that you are you and not somebody who's going to do the 5-knuckle shuffle on me, like what happened to old Jesse. So, Ballard, you need to turn your camera on so I can see you. All right, that is Ballard.
Hey, what's
And
up?
TK, I know that's you.
Yeah.
So
Of
there's.
course, it's me.
Wait a minute. There we go. Forgot to turn my speakers on. Duh. Ballard, why aren't you at work?
I don't work yet. I don't go in until about 2 or 3.
You said one yesterday.
1 o'clock, whatever.
Well, you said 1 Central Time.
Well, it's
no,
11:15 Central.
He did say 1 Central Time yesterday, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's 2 my time.
I'm trying. Yeah.
Oh, I get you. Okay.
So the Ballard, now you have your paperwork, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, don't forget that.
Yep.
Don't 2 days in a row, they might not ask you back for a third day.
Yeah.
Just saying. Wow, look at that. I got 16 thumbs downs.
Dang, man. But you know what's so weird? It's Celine, like some days you don't get that many.
Yeah.
And sometimes they just flood in. And it's weird.
The funny, I know that's weird too, but pardon me. The thing that always struck me as weird is I've done one or two of the streams where I've had like 25. At one time I had as high as 30 thumbs downs, right?
Wow.
Ended the stream. It got loaded. It got loaded back up to my list of content, and the next day that 30 thumbs downs changed to 3.
Wow.
That's because they know. I think what YouTube does is they know, like, it's coming from the same computer.
Yeah, that's probably true. Hey, how you doing, Mr. Rizzo? Good to see you in here. Zelos for life, indeed. Mike, you got to turn your camera on so I know it's you first. Pat, yep, that's Mike. All right, thank you. I'm not getting victimized like I'm not. What happened to
Jesse? Yeah.
Yeah, what happened to Jesse ain't happening to me if I can
doing the what he called the
two-knuckle shuffle.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Vic, you said y'all want to know about my thing last night.
Yeah,
so
I remember. Yeah, a little party that I had.
The floor is yours.
Some of my with some of my school buddies. Yeah,
that's right. Your party, which we didn't get invited to.
Yeah. That's right. Which you wouldn't have come anyway. So
yeah, you don't know that.
Right now, traveling is a bit difficult for me. I'm trying to stay close to my parents.
Yeah, that's understandable. Yeah.
But what happened, man? Tell us all about it.
Yeah. So it was just a.
This is a Celine Driver exclusive, right?
Yeah. So it was just a small gathering. Let's see. I was only able to get 5 people. Yeah. I had just 5 guests over. Yeah.
That's fine. Hey, P Digits is here. How you doing? Finkel is Einhorn and all that.
Yeah.
So what did you guys do? I mean, what did you guys? I mean, you had 5 guests. What went on?
Yeah. Well, we just my mom. We sat around and talked. Yeah, and we played some games.
What kind of games?
Yeah, we played. Yeah, we played pool. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we played foosball.
Mm-hmm.
You playing the foosball, Bobby Boucher?
Some ping pong. Yeah.
You have like a game room at your house?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Nice. There you go.
Nah, that's very nice. I like playing pool myself. I play better with a little bit of, not too much, but a little bit of alcohol. I seem to do better with angles.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I can't play pool. So.
Well, I can't drink, so Captain Trips wants to know what you ate. Mike?
Huh?
Well, Captain Trips in the comments in the chat wants to know what you had for food.
Yeah, see, we had some wings and chicken tenders.
You like the spicy stuff or like?
Yeah, I like the the wings were hot, but the tenders were mild.
I'm a big fan of spicy wings myself, although I do also like lemon pepper.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, TK? Are you a wing person or?
I love, like hot wings. I mean, like with the regular, hot sauce. That's my favorite.
When I was working a couple months ago, when I first got up here at Wild Wings, and they let me try one of the sauces. It's like, you ever try the Blazing? Which is the hottest one they got. They use like Carolina Reaper and Ghost Pepper. Oh my God, it's spicy. I tried even just a little bit on like my pinky, and my mouth's on fire immediately.
Mm-hmm.
I cussed so many times.
You cussed?
At work?
It was that bad.
At work? Wow. Must be pretty bad to get Ballard to cuss. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I remember there was a show a few years ago. What was it? Man versus Food?
Yeah.
With that lunatic.
Yeah.
He actually came to my town. And he went to and he actually went to a place called the Old Salty Dog, which is
I've seen it. Yeah.
fairly famous around here. And he had he had the Old Salty Dog, which is like a foot long, covered with all kinds of stuff. And then he went to one of the Mennonite places here called Yoder's. We have a big Mennonite community here. Actually, you remember the TV show Amish Mafia?
Yeah.
I think I've heard of it.
Some of that was shot here. But then he went to a place in one of our it's a street called Gateway Avenue. It's actually turned into kind of a foodie area. A lot of dive areas, a lot of pubs, a lot of things like that. And he went to a place called Munchie's 420. And he did
That's
their
a good name right there.
Yeah. You should pull that episode up because they do some crazy sandwiches there. But he did their wing challenge, and the concoction that they came up with, I don't know how it didn't melt the container that they mixed it up in.
Wow.
But he barely got through. I don't even think he finished the one chicken wing, and I think he ended up locking himself in the freezer, burying his head in a bucket of milk or something like that.
Yeah.
He was in serious pain.
I love all those.
And I love the fact that my town beat him.
I like watching Guy Fieri on Diners, Drivers, and Dives.
Oh, that show's been on.
He finds some pretty good food on there.
Yeah. He actually came here to this town too. He did a holiday special, and one of the places he stopped in was a place local to me called Alpine Steakhouse, and he had one of their turducken.
Yeah.
Y'all know what turducken is, right?
No.
Turkey, duck, and chicken.
Yeah, it's a turkey. It's a
all
duck
in one.
Stuffed in with all the bones taken out, stuffed into a chicken with all the bones taken out, stuffed into a turkey.
It's a turducken.
With
all the bones out.
With all kinds of dressing and everything.
And did the turkey have all the bones taken out?
They had some of the bones taken. They had the bone. They have to bone out the ribs and everything in the turkey to fit the duck and chicken part.
Right. So it's a chicken inside a duck inside a turkey.
Yeah. Let me see if I can pull the link up. I don't want to play the episode because the last time I played something on here, a video of some kind, I got not a strike, but
a claim.
A claim. Yeah, that was somebody put up a few minutes of a college football game. Let me see. Turducken. I'll find it. There's a whole bunch of turduckens here. Hang on. Yep.
Type.
Yeah, type. Okay. Here we go. It's only about 3 minutes long, but I have to actually play it to get the link. Okay, copy the link. And we'll just let it play in the background and find my comment window in here. Hey, J-Dub is here. If any of you want to see what a turducken is, you can click that link and take a look.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be hungry. I guarantee it. Captain Savaho is here. Oh, God. William Rizzo is
Captain Save a Ho.
Yeah.
Lobster, steak, and chicken equals surf, turf, and feather.
Yeah, if you saw if you saw this week's edition of the morning show, then you know.
There were a few editions.
Yeah, I remember hearing that, but what was it in response to? I can't.
Was it on the are you talking about your Lou and On segment?
Yeah, Lou and On. We
Yeah.
were talking about
Yeah, that was Thursday. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
we're talking about MGTOW. Yeah.
Yeah, I threw out last week because they were talking about, what kind of topics would you like to see for next week's Lou and On? And I thought about it for a minute, and I said, you know what? I bet you they don't know about this conspiracy, and I bet you they won't go anywhere with it. So I typed out to Mike Vick. I said, why don't you go research the thing called MGTOW, which is an acronym. MGTOW stands for Men Going Their Own Way. And
that's what it is.
That's what it means. And their thing is they think it's a grand conspiracy against them, run by women and a women-centric government and court system. So I thought, that sort of works as a conspiracy. And I didn't think anyone would really do anything about it. And Mike Vick ran with it, and Lou ran with it, and it's like, really? Y'all ran with this one. I just threw it out there as a joke. So
hey, anything could be a conspiracy.
Yeah. J-Dub, I see you in the background. Can you turn your camera on for a minute? Let me see it's you, please.
I went to Tuscaloosa weeks back, and I was talking about this on one of my streams. There's a place called Rama Jammas. Now, I ordered what they call the National Championship Burger. And this thing, I promise you, had 17 ounces of both meat and cheese.
Oh, my God.
It was $13, and it was worth every damn penny.
J-Dub, it didn't mean for you to leave. I just wanted you to turn your camera on. A pound... Okay, and Rob Dog is here too, so we'll let them both in. All right, so you turn the camera off, J-Dub, and he leaves. I don't think J-Dub quite has the hang of StreamYard yet.
I know, because he always accidentally knocks himself out.
I know.
And how you doing there, Rob Dog?
Hey, Rob.
No, it's easy to accidentally knock yourself off if you're looking at it on mobile.
Yeah, I guess it is. So, okay, he's back.
Yeah, that was my experience anyway.
There he is.
Ah, stupid ass. Oh, my dumb ass phone.
Now I got two Gumps, I got two puppies, and a putty cat.
yeah, and a gay turd.
I'm half a
Shut up, Mike.
I'm half a bit of cat.
I'm not a gator. I'm a grumpy old man. Can't you see?
He's
Grumpy
a
old
man.
man.
He's 40.
Well, Celine, I'm half a dog and half a tiger.
So
Which
you like
tiger?
LSU too?
I did. I got my graduate degree at LSU.
Nice.
I almost ended up getting my graduate degree at, of all places in the world, you're going to love this, Michigan. I'll tell you why. Because for a while there, I looked like I wanted to go into analytics, become an analyst for the government. And in order to do that, everyone's saying you really might want to get a master's degree in statistical analysis. Okay, well, I looked around. One of the best statistical analysis schools in the country at the time was Michigan. And I thought, well, okay, let's explore this. And I actually started the process and actually was preliminarily accepted to the University of Michigan. And they said, well, why don't you come on up and tour the campus? Okay. So I got on a plane in Gainesville, flew up to Michigan, and I made the mistake of going to Michigan in the fall. And I got off the plane. I got on the plane in Gainesville, Florida, which was blue sky, sunny, mid-80s, beautiful. And I got off the plane. It was in the 40s, overcast, gray, drizzle, cold. And I literally wanted to say, fuck this, turn around, get back on the plane. So, needless to say, I did not end up going to Michigan, even though I went through the tour and everything. And I was not impressed with the, let's see. So I got a troll in here now, Tammy Hall. Oh, okay. Well,
It's Chess's mom, right?
yeah. Well, we're going to just kill him.
Good.
You start in with the type about taking down Chess's channel. Yeah, you're done.
Yeah,
I know where that's going, and
Just get out.
yeah, go away.
Jess is pissed off this morning too, man. I don't know if anyone was watching his
No.
small
Somebody-
stream he just did, but
Somebody delete that address,
Yeah.
please.
I already deleted it. He's done.
delete Tammy Hall. Yeah.
Oh, you did it? Okay.
Yeah, I hit him or her. I mean, I've let mods hide people before on this channel. I prefer they didn't. I'd rather they timed them out. But sometimes, when I'm doing the hosting thing, the mods see somebody that needs to be hidden, not just timed out, and I don't usually have an objection to it. Of course, I could always unhide them anyway. But
Right.
yeah, I've seen Tammy Hall in other streams, and I know what that shit's all about. So
Yeah.
You want to shut down Chess's channel, advertise that fact on somebody else's stream, not mine. You dumb motherfucker. Now they'll probably strike my channel because I'm too honest about it. Whatever.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I
Don't
enjoyed
give out-
watching.
Don't give out addresses and phone numbers in here. I don't need that doxing crap going on in here either. J-Dub, what were you saying?
Oh, I was going to say, I enjoyed watching some of the Olympic trials last night on TV, swimming, track and field. Watched a guy do something I have never seen before. I mentioned this in Pigskin Pete's stream. I cover the Drake Relays every year, which is a big college track event. I mean, it's one of the major. There's 3 huge NCAA track events that are not the national championships every year. the Penn relays, the Oregon relays, and the Drake relays, and then of course the national. So I cover the Drake relays every year. I've covered 2 NCAA outdoor championships. I've covered 1 Olympic trials. I know track and field. I was never good at it, but I know it. I know the sport. I saw something on TV last night that I've never thought I would ever see. I saw the guy set the world record in the shot put, 76 feet 8 inches.
How much did he break it by? What was it previous? Do you know?
I think he broke it by about 9 inches.
Wow.
Now, you think,
That's
okay,
a lot.
25 yards. Okay, 25 yards. All right. The shot put used by men is 5 3/4 inches, and it's 16 pounds. Okay. It's a cannonball. Yeah. Next time you're on a football field, look how far 25 yards is and try to picture throwing something 25 yards that weighs 16 pounds.
Yeah.
I was
I'd like
just
to. I'd like to imagine throwing the shoe.
I'm always amazed. I guess the point this is a J-Dub long to get to the damn point story. I understand. I'm sorry. I apologize.
No, don't apologize.
This is one of those things where what I love so much about sport is that you can appreciate great athletic talent and accomplishment, and it's not always how many career home runs, fastest time in the 100, most touchdown passes. There's other great triumphs too, world's fastest hurdler, shot put, women's swimming. I mean, there's all sorts of triumphs along the way. And to see this big, huge slab of a man and the other competitors, his competition, go crazy and jump up and down as much as these big guys can jump up and down and hug each other and celebrate the moment, you love seeing triumph,
Yeah. I agree. Chess, I do see you back there, but I've got 6 people in here, so
You back?
gotta wait.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go. So I think that we're about to have some family time. So.
Oh, okay.
Have
But
fun,
I
Vic.
appreciate you stopping by and giving an exclusive to my stream of telling us, a bit about how your party went. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Have a good day, Mike Vic.
Yeah.
Bye, Mike.
Enjoy
yeah.
your family, sir.
See you, Mr. Vic.
Hey, Alberto Sancho is in the chat. How you doing? Good to see you.
Hey, Albert.
All right, we're gonna let
I
Chess
didn't say hi to Sea Dog.
see if he behaves himself.
You know who I haven't seen in a while?
Who haven't you seen in a while?
Wait! Tonto!
What?
Oh. I think he's probably in hiding, being
Probably won't.
terribly embarrassed about how bad his football team is, and the fact that they chicken shitted out of a bunch of games last year. I'm sure he's hiding in shame, and Renegade is probably contemplating whether or not he should go out to pasture.
I just wanted an excuse to say I love that character from Uncle Lou. I just wish that he'd I don't know. We need more of it.
It's
Oh,
too
I'm
bad.
sure White Tonto and all the other super fans will make appearances. And
It's too bad Chief Illiniwek doesn't exist anymore. That the ivory tower liberal white guilties at Illinois faculty and administration chopped off Chief Illiniwek's head in 2007 because he was the best Indian mascot in the whole country. And if you want to see a tremendous tradition, just YouTube Chief Illiniwek, ILLIWEK, and watch what he used to do. First of all, he was never the mascot of the university. He was the mascot of the university's marching band.
yeah, but we can't have that anymore, J-Dub. It's like that expression, no more fun ever.
here for Rob Dog and
Duke
TK
Wormer,
and Chess and
Dean
Chess and
Wormer.
Ballard, the other people involved here. The Illiniwek Indians are all dead.
Mm.
When the first French settlers came into the territory that became the state of Illinois, they ran into this tribe that they pronounced the Illinois, which the French explorers said was the Algonquin Indian language word for "we speak cleanly," because the French could understand, could easily translate their language. In any event, when the American settlers started coming into the Illinois territory in the 1800s, they found out that this tribe was all dead.
Wow.
What happened to them? They got killed by other Indian tribes. They got slaughtered. Other Indians slaughtered the Indians known as the Illini. So to honor the memory of that original friendly tribe, they named the whole fucking state for them. Okay?
In Illinois.
So, right. So when the university comes up with the Fighting Illini, and the band comes up with this mascot,
It's really an
they
honor.
have nowhere to go to create this mascot. They have no archaeological, no evidence, no nothing. There's no remnant of the tribe anywhere. So they go to the Lakota Sioux. And the Lakota Sioux have 6 chiefs travel to the University of Illinois, and those 6 chiefs bring with them the designs for a chief's costume and a chief's headdress and a dance for the chief to do, and realizing that this is meant to honor the Indians, not make fun of them. So the Lakota say, here, to honor the tradition of these Indians, here's something you can do that will be as authentic as we think can be. Fast forward 100 years, and you got a bunch of white liberals saying, well, this is making fun and mocking the Indians. They're like, wait a minute, you named the whole damn state after them, you know?
Yeah.
No, well, a lot of people, I don't
like
care what
Florida State-
I don't care what their political bent is. A lot of people out there now, for them, history doesn't exist past their lifetime. I mean, if it didn't happen in their lifetime, it didn't happen.
Celine, isn't it true? Florida State has an arrangement with the Seminole tribe. I mean, the Seminole tribe gets
Yeah.
money.
Oh,
Off the-
the Florida Seminole tribe gets money, which is essentially money from the state, because Florida State is a state-run university.
But I mean, like for memorabilia, for sale of
yeah,
shirts and sweatshirts.
Demon Hall
I mean,
stuff.
the Seminoles
They-
are actually the Seminole tribe itself is financially benefiting from this arrangement.
yes, and the Seminole tribe is given Florida State, and by definition, in a way, the state of Florida, their blessing to use the imagery and such for that university. I mean,
Yeah, so that's why nobody's coming after them. Then.
Nobody tried to change the Seminole logo.
Right.
Oh, by the way, Uncle Lou and Lost Aggie are in here now.
You can also
Um,
graduate in a
Hey guys.
circus major at Florida State.
Yeah.
Huh?
It's a circus college.
It was a circus.
College.
They actually
Barbara's
still
in Cal
have
College.
a major you can still study circus, or
Yeah.
being in a circus at Florida State. I mean, it's
Sure.
still
It's a clown
part
college.
of the curriculum. And don't forget, also, Florida State was for a long time an all-girls college. That was the co-ed part of their history is relatively recent.
This is all.
That was something I was not aware of. I knew that Notre Dame was all male until the mid '60s when they allowed the girls that went to St. Mary's to join.
No, I didn't know that. But
Yeah,
then
no,
again,
Notre Dame was all male for the greater part of their history.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to head out. I got work in an hour, but good talking with y'all.
All right, good to see
Ballard's
you.
off to work.
Ballard.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah, Ballard's off to work.
See y'all.
Time to make the donuts.
See, buddy.
Old time.
Hey,
Yeah,
Celine.
man.
What's up?
Thank you for blocking that account. I appreciate it.
Oh, that shit's not going to happen in my channel. That's not happening.
I've been dealing with it for 3 days, buddy. It's fucking starting to wear on me. Starting to piss
And
me off.
J Dub just dropped. He probably hit his phone again.
I sneezed and hit the wrong button.
Well, it happens. Well, Lou says FSU is still a girls' school. Well, yeah.
I would agree.
Yeah, I got to admit, I did apply to FSU. When I was applying to universities, I applied to initially only 3 universities. Florida was the one I wanted. My second choice was South Florida in Tampa. And my absolute disaster pick was Florida State. I mean, that was the pick that was, if I didn't get into UF, I didn't get into South Florida. And my father said that you're not allowed to take a 6 months off to go to work. You have to go into school. Then I would have gone to Florida State.
There was no push by you, Celine, to return to the Northeast and go to school in Boston or any place like that.
No.
You were going to go to school in Florida, by golly, one way or another.
No, I'll tell you about that in a minute. Lou, yes, I did unblock Chess. I just couldn't keep him blocked. I just,
Well, thank you, Celine. I sent you a Facebook message apologizing to you.
Oh, well, I saw there was an alert from you, but I haven't read the message yet. Well, I just, I'm too charitable, I guess. I'm not as grumpy an old man as everyone thinks I am.
For me, when I was in high school,
I didn't want to go to college outside of the state of Florida. That was never a consideration for me to go anywhere but in state. It was less expensive, and I also knew in the back of my mind that I knew my sister, the bitch. Oh, did I say that out loud? I'm sorry. I knew my sister was going to shoot for one of the heavy duty colleges. And it was going to be very expensive. So I didn't want my college expenditures to be that high. So, but I really only wanted to go to school in Florida. I like the weather in Florida. I like the atmosphere in Florida. I have been a Gator fan since '75. That's why I wanted to go to Florida. And also, academically, Florida had a good reputation back then. It was overshadowed by its reputation as a party school. But, despite what the trash talkers will say, Florida has a good academic reputation, and I wanted to shoot for that school, and I got in. I got into Florida. I got into South Florida first. And then literally 3 days after I toured their campus and was summarily unimpressed with the place, I got my letter from Florida saying, "You're in. Come on up for orientation." And I said, "Yeah, buddy." So I knew where I was going.
All through high school, my thoughts were I wanted to get in. I wanted to go to Alabama because they were offering what I wanted. But I also I was also very seriously considering DePaul University in Chicago. Now, DePaul was more expensive, and I was, wondering about scholarship money. My fallback position was Eastern Illinois. And once I realized I wasn't going to go to DePaul, it was like, okay, if I get these scholarships, I'm going to Bama. If not, I'm staying home and going to EIU. And it just worked out that, I got the scholarships and went to Alabama, which I'm happy for. But I mean, if somebody said, "Well, where would you have gone?" If you'd had your druthers, if you could have pushed the magic button, I wouldn't have gone to Alabama. if you would have put me back in high school and said, okay, Jeff, write the name in, it would have been DePaul. I would have been in Chicago going to DePaul.
Great school. My sister, and Lou, I'll be happy to do that in just a minute here. Lou wants me to detail out my my dislike of my sister. Well, hatred is a good word. But a funny story
Now,
about
come on,
her.
Celine, you can't hate your sister any more than I hate mine.
Well, maybe not. But my sister actually, and I laugh at that. I think this is hysterically funny because of who she is and her attitudes towards things. She applied as a legacy to Harvard. That was one of several Ivy League schools she shot for. She wanted out of the state of Florida and away from my family as far as she could, because she's, whatever. But her number one target was Harvard. I mean, my father went to Harvard. My maternal grandfather went to Harvard. His brother went to Harvard. And my mom actually went to a nearby all-women's school called Mount Holyoke. Basically, all women's Harvard. So she had what she thought was an ironclad, lead pipe cinch lock to get into Harvard. She was valedictorian of an advanced high school in the area locally, number one in her class, legacy, on and on and on. She didn't get in. They took from this area. They took a football player. She hates football. They took a football player instead. Now, that not only pissed her off, of course, but actually pissed my father off to the point where he stopped donating. But that's another story. She ended up going to Brown, which was her third choice.
Brown. I don't know if you know this, Celine, but my brother lives maybe 5 minutes from Brown's campus.
Well, no, I don't know that. I know it now. But she, for her, Brown University was perfect because basically that's socialism 101 training ground. But
yes.
She was not. She graduated Brown with honors. She's a smart lady. As long as it comes out of a book. There's Lost Aggie in the background here. Good to see you, sir. But she did not want to go to Brown. She wanted to go to Harvard, and she was miserable in Brown all 4 of those years. So, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, my brother's been he's been in Providence since 07 or 08. And he's not, I don't know, 5 minutes, but I mean, he's, if you say, well, where do you live in Providence? And he'll always say, well, I'm right by Brown. So he's not very far away from their campus.
No. Now, Lou postulates that I hate my sister and J-Dub hates his sister because we are MGTOW. Well,
No.
2 problems with that. One, I've hated my sister long before I ever heard of MGTOW. And 2, you yourself on that stream on Thursday said that you knew I was not MGTOW. So, problem there. But my distaste, my dislike, my hatred for my sister is long, it's deep-seated, and without going into too much boring detail, it centers around the fact that she is a very miserable human being. She and I, if we were not related by name and genetic material, we would have absolutely nothing in common. I mean, she and I don't see eye to eye philosophically, politically, socially, family-wise. She's also extremely angry and hateful of me because she never married. Well, she did marry, but she never had children. I have 2 children. And her relationship with the rest of the family is so toxic that and what she's doing to my parents even to this day is a crime. I don't like her. I mean, I don't like her attitudes. I don't like the way she treats people. I don't like the. I mean, I expect the way she treats me is I expect it from her. But the way she treats my children, all through their lives, she has been not a good aunt, not a good aunt at all. And the last time she dealt with my children, she reduced them to tears for no reason other than, they are the spawn of Satan, me. And I can't forgive that. I can't. I tried to forgive her several times over the course of my life. We had some brief periods of civility and so on, but the abuse mounts to the point where it just you can't deal with it anymore. You can't deal with it logically. You can't deal with it as a member of the family. If she met any of you people in here in the chat, any of you people in here in the yard, she would immediately have utter contempt for all of you.
Well, we have to get Edward to give her absolution.
No, I wouldn't waste Edward's time. And by the way, rabbis don't give absolution; they give guilt trips. But that's it. Lou wants to know: is my sister a wigtail? I never heard of that, but that's invented. No, my sister is. I don't care. I don't care what she does anymore. As far as I'm concerned, she can. She has her own life. By the way, she lives in Portland, Maine. So if anyone's contemplating going up to Portland, Maine, I hope you enjoy the smell of sulfur. Let's see. Lou wants someone to put a finger under TK's nose to see if she's breathing. Well, TK muted her microphone. That's why you can't hear her. Anyway, but yeah, that's a brief thing about my sister and I. Like I said, if we weren't related, we'd have nothing to do with each other. A few years ago, she actually relented to come down to Florida for Thanksgiving. She never comes to Florida. She hates it here. But she did relent and came down, and we sat across the table from each other. I tried to make conversation. My mom begged me, don't start. Be nice.
I can see how that went.
And I tried to be nice. I tried to make light conversation. My daughters are at the table too. And my father is at this end. My mom's at this end. I'm here. She's over here. My daughters, one's here. And all she could do is just glow, just glower at the five of us like we were like we were disgusting bacteria or something. I mean, that's all she could do the whole evening. And the minute she was able to do it, she went right out the front door, got in a rental car, and went back to her hotel. And barely finished the dinner. And it's like, really? For one thing, you're not even staying in my folks' house. You're renting a hotel room. It's like, I don't understand this woman. I really don't. But I've long since given up trying. She can stay in Maine. I'll stay in Florida. And never the twain shall meet. Lou is about to call the federales to do a wellness check on TK. Somebody's laughing.
TK's fine. She's just muted.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I upset TK. I'm sorry, TK. I didn't mean to upset you. if I did. Lost Aggie's just sitting there laughing.
Yep.
Well, Celine, you were talking about your school. I didn't have a choice. I was born in Athens. My mom was a faculty member, UGA. Spent all my time there as a child. So I didn't have a
Yeah.
choice. And both of my children have ended up going to UGA. It's just in
My
our
only,
blood.
my only connection to UGA is I know a gal who is a professor of German at UGA. Her name is Heidi Crawford. She teaches German language at Georgia. That's my only connection to the university.
Well,
My only
something
connection to Georgia is I know several graduates and several fans of their team.
Well, I grew up in the era when REM was, like, when I was in high school, REM was not even big yet. But I used to go, I'd see them back in the day. They would just have open parties in the front yard of all the fraternity houses, and you would just go from house to house to house with your 12-pack of beer, and as one band took a break, you went to see another one. And so it was a great time to grow up and hear all these.
I saw REM a couple times play in Tuscaloosa, and each time they came, they were at a little bit larger venue. As they came a little bit more. First, they came over to support Murmur, then they came over to support Reckoning, and by the time they come over to support Fables, they had to play at Foster Auditorium because they were. And I was spinning their shit on WVUA because I did a Sunday night skid on student radio in Tuscaloosa at VUA V91, and at that time in the mid '80s, college radio was huge. I mean, we were playing REM, the Smiths, the Jim Carroll Band, the Cure, B-52s, all that good stuff. Good
Well, there's
music.
a lot of
WRUF was the same way in Gainesville.
well, there
To
was
me, the most important show on MTV was not Headbangers Ball. It was 120 minutes. Back in the day when MTV actually played music.
There's only 3 people in here in this entire chat that remember that, and all 3
I
of us
remember
are
that.
in this.
I'm alive, guys.
Oh,
Thanks for the
okay.
concern.
Hey!
No, I'm literally we're in the. I mean, okay.
you got this storm happening.
No. Actually, no. I've been on the phone all morning with our realtor, and things are gonna look good. We're gonna do a few things to make that, like, repaint the house and stuff, because we can make some good money on it. We're looking at listings. We have a real estate agent in St. Augustine. It's happening. It is happening. I'll be able to go to the tea party, or what is it y'all call it? The cocktail party?
Cocktail party, yeah.
Because that'll be freaking a blast. I'll be away. Jacksonville is 45 minutes away?
Yeah, it's not too far.
And I've been looking at pictures of St. Augustine. It's just so beautiful there. I'm excited because I'm finally gonna freaking tea party. I'm finally gonna have a friggin' life, guys.
So you're gonna go to the cocktail party, and you're gonna probably dress in purple and
Red
yellow.
Well,
Red
I
light.
mean, I'm gonna dress with. What I'll do is I'm gonna wear something, and don't be offended, Celine. One thing from LSU and one thing from Georgia, because y'all are our rivals. I have to vote. I have to root for Georgia. They're not our rivals.
Ah, Jesus Christ. Whatever. That's all right.
I wear an Georgia hat and an LSU T-shirt or something.
So, Celine, have you ever
That'll look
brushed
weird.
the field at the Gator Bowl? Well, it used to be the Gator Bowl when I was in school.
No. I've only actually been to 2 cocktail parties. Both of them while I was in at UF, so it was a fairly easy ride to get up there. I've only been to 2. They're a ton of fun, but no, I didn't rush the field.
Well, as a student, I did after y'all were like number 3 in the nation, or I forget how high, but you know, we weren't even supposed to be close. And we, you know, Tim Worley, Keith Henderson ran those long. Anyway, we won and we all rushed the field. And I still actually, to this day, they're all crunchy and dried up, but they're some orange painted clump of grass that I pulled up.
I mean, there's, I understand that. There's always, that's always really neat to have a souvenir like that.
And one year, Ric Flair was sitting 2 rows behind us. The rest.
Yeah, he's a big Gator fan.
He was sitting right behind us, and
Woo!
not a big man.
No, he's not. But I didn't meet him per se, but when I lived in Metro Atlanta in the 90s, and WCW was there, you go to restaurants all over Metro Atlanta, and you would see wrestlers come in there to eat. And I saw Ric Flair come in with a bunch of guys. And he's actually about my height, about 6 foot. He's not a very tall guy, but he muscular.
Yeah.
I remember I was at an Outback Steakhouse with my then wife and both my daughters. It was just before we moved to Florida, actually, and we were just sitting. We were getting ready to leave, and as we were walking out the door, in walks, I don't know if anybody remembers the NWO.
Sure.
New World Order.
Yeah, Nash, Kevin Nash walks
Scott
in.
Hall. Yeah.
Scott Hall, that guy Scott somebody or other, one or two other guys. And the funny part was they walked in, they were standing in the entryway, talking to the hostess, and right above them was a TV playing Monday night. What was the Thursday show? Thunder, which was a tape show, and right there is Nash wrestling in the ring, and right below the TV is Nash standing in front of me. And I just start laughing, and he's looking at me like, what? And I just pointed to the TV, and he starts laughing too. So had a moment with Kevin Nash, and he didn't hurt me, which was good because he's a big boy. I remember one other time seeing a bunch of wrestlers at a Mexican restaurant while it was before I was married, so she was my fiance at the time. And just watching the amount of food that 5 guys at a table, I mean, that table was bowing in the middle from all the food that was sitting on that table. They were just, I mean, I'm surprised there wasn't sparks coming out of their silverware.
Yeah.
Just eating like crazy.
Remember the wrestler Goldberg?
Oh, yeah, Goldberg, yeah.
Bill Goldberg. He played defensive tackle at Georgia.
Yeah, played for the Falcons for a little while too.
And when I was working up in the town of Dawsonville, Georgia, one of the big events every year was the Cancer Relay for Life thing. Well, when Goldberg was at the height of his popularity, he lived there. He had a compound. He had a bunch of acreage at a house up there. And he tried to stay kind of low key. But when they did that Relay for Life, the whole community came out for it. It was a big deal, small town stuff.
No, I've been there.
Well, he shows up. He comes to the event and says, "What can I do to help?" He pitched in. He was just a regular guy. Well, he ended up saying, "Okay, here's what I'll do. Anybody that wants to take a picture with me, do this. You make a donation. All of it goes to the thing." He stayed there till like midnight. Just a first class guy. He didn't have no one asked him to come. He showed up. He's a cool guy.
Yep. Yeah, I've been to Dawsonville many times. It's a really nice small town. I really
It's not small anymore. If you haven't
no,
been,
not anymore. No, but I remember my again bringing up the now ex. We had just the younger daughter, the older daughter at the time. She was just a little 1 year old, and we wanted to see fireworks on July 4th, but Metro Atlanta is just, every place is crowded all the time, 24/7.
Yeah.
But we reasoned that if we headed north out of the metro and went into some of the smaller towns, we'd probably find some place to go see fireworks. We could park up, we could, have something to eat, we'd be able to see the fireworks and enjoy ourselves. And we ended up in Dawsonville. And they did a really good fireworks display. It was really a lot of fun, and plenty of food around to grab and sit on a blanket and eat. And a little Erin, that the daughter Erin, just let her run around like a toddler does, which is like run 3 steps and fall. Get up, run 3 steps, fall. Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down, right? It was a lot of fun, and Dawsonville was a nice little place back then. It isn't little anymore. It's turned into a bedroom community.
you wouldn't believe it if you hadn't been there in a while. But
No. And TK is talking to Lou about underwear.
What? He's sending me one of them. He's sending me a couple pair of those underwear, but you know how I guess I'm assuming it's coming from Teespring, right, Lou? Because they kind of tend to take longer than I'm guessing. I'm guessing
Teespring takes forever. They do.
Yeah.
And a little pro tip for anyone that's still listening and watching: when you order from Teespring, order up a size.
Well, that's what he was telling me, that they run small.
Yeah. That's how you ended up with LuTube shirts.
Exactly. Thank you, Celine.
what did we ever figure out about BVD's sentence? How long is he?
I
thought we
heard
got
it was 7 days, but then again, some people say 3 months. So I don't know.
I've heard both. Yeah.
Well, I think in the beginning he said 3 months, or I thought he might have even said 6, but it can't be 6. Maybe he said 3 months. But then I heard, I think on Raj's stream or I think because BVD was on there, I think he said maybe he got it reduced to 7 days or something.
BVD sent Lou a picture of the thing on the YouTube.
It says 7 days.
And it says clearly on there 7 days. But I think what it is you're suspended 7 days, and then you're on, I guess, probation for 90 days or something. But then BVD also said in another stream that another YouTuber, I think it was, who was it? Carolina Jackpot? Or was it somebody else? Got the same letter that shows 7 day suspension, and they were suspended 90 days. So I don't know what the story is anymore. I'm just gonna go with he's out for a week. And Lou keeps maintaining that he's out for a week. So he
must have repealed or whatever you call it.
Appealed.
Repealed. I keep Tea Party, repeal. I'm thinking political, I guess.
No, not political. Well, and Lou in the chat is saying he's repeating himself. It's 7 days. So I'll go with, I will defer to, and I rarely defer to anyone on anything, but I'll defer to Lou on knowing YouTube better than me. If he says 7 days.
3 months is a long time.
Yeah, I agree. 3 months is a long time.
And I think it was just because of music, right? I mean, 3 months seems like when that thing happened with Catfish, you
That
know,
was catfish, not
well,
not
yeah. Well, what happened with Catfish is people, his mods weren't staying on top of things, and people were threatening, like with talking about guns and stuff, like come to your house or what. I don't know what, but something really. They said something really kind of like, you know, crazy, and the mods let it go, and so he got like I think a 3 month suspension.
And Lou says I was a paying member of the Tea Party back in 2008. And what's your
Oh,
point,
were
sir?
you? Were you? Were you a member? No, I know you're a libertarian, but
I was sympathetic to the ideals of the Tea Party back then because the Tea Party, well, the T was actually an acronym, taxed enough already.
yeah,
I was sympathetic to the idea that uncontrolled and unfettered government spending is a bad idea. And I still believe that in 2021. And I believe that in 2008. I believe that in 1998. I believe that in 1988. And I believe that in 1978.
you believe,
So,
and you believe it now,
huh?
and you believe it now too.
Yes, I do. I believe
You haven't
unfettered
changed.
government spending is a bad idea. I am not a Keynesian economic theory supporter. It's, you know, but I don't want to get into economic theory. But
I didn't
Colby's
say
here.
I didn't say hey
Good
to
to see
Lost
you.
Aggie. Hey, Lost Aggie.
Hi, TK.
When
He's
you
just
came on, I was on the phone with my
the
mom is
realtor.
with
The realtor?
No, actually, my sister was talking to the realtor that. What? No, well, with my mom and my sister because we have our realtor down here, and my
Right.
sister had called the realtor that was selling the house that was down the street from her, and it's already under contract, but it hasn't been closed yet. But she was looking for other options. She sent me, like, she's been texting me all these different options, and there's some nice places down there, and we're according to our realtor, we'll be able to sell way over what we would buy there for something very nice. So, and their property taxes, like here, like you what were you said you pay like what did you say you pay for property taxes? Like it's like nothing. We pay like 8 times as much, or probably 10 times as much as y'all do in Florida. Our property taxes are, unbelievable.
Um, I'm not sure what the exact millage rate is nowadays. But our property taxes in Florida have historically been some of the lowest in the country. Don't forget to file your homestead exemption when you do register your home. Um, and don't forget also, no state income tax here either.
That's right.
So I don't know what the state income tax is in Texas. No, Texas doesn't have one either. So I keep thinking every once in a while you're living in Louisiana. So never mind.
Well, I was born
But
and raised there, and then I lived in Florida for a few years because my stepdad at the time was he built custom homes, and my mom sold real estate. So, and the market at the time when I was a senior in high school was really bad. So we looked at St. Augustine, we looked at Savannah, we looked at Hilton Head, and we looked at South Florida. We ended up in South Florida, right below you, and
where in South Florida?
Fort Myers.
Oh yeah, former you mentioned that. Sorry,
Um,
old
but
guys.
we,
No.
but I had wanted Savannah for some reason. I don't know, but I like St. Augustine too because it's really
Savannah's expensive to live in.
well. I've been doing a lot of research online and looking at different places in St. Augustine and all. It looks like so much fun, and uh, I'm just so excited. I'm just so excited because now I'm finally going to have help to take care of my mom Then my dad's going to retire there. He's going to come down there. So the immediate family cell, me, my sister, my niece, can help all take care of our aging parents. We don't have to put them in a nursing home or anything like that, you know.
It's a blessing. The whole thing is a blessing. It's working out well for you, TK, and I'm very happy for you.
And it's such a beautiful beach.
Well, yeah, St. Augustine has beautiful beach, and they're not as good as in the East Coast as they are on the West Coast. But
Agree.
East Coast beaches are still very, very, very nice. But one day you should come over to my side of Florida, and I'll show you the most beautiful. It's been voted either number 1 or number 2 beach in the world consistently, and I used to live there.
What, in Sarasota?
Mm-hmm. Siesta Key.
Oh, well, in Fort Myers, they have. I loved like Sanibel and Captiva Island.
Yeah. Yep.
That's beautiful over there. And I like when I was a senior in high school, I did theater, and even after high school, I did theater as well. And sometimes we would go even with the community theater. We would go in Captiva. It was either I think it was Captiva or Sanibel, one of those, because they basically are together. And would do like what do you call it? Matinee type shows.
Mm-hmm.
So
Sanibel is
it's beautiful.
Beautiful, but it's very built up now. Captiva is a little bit more the way Sanibel used to be, but they're both great places to. They both are attracting a lot of people to go live there and set up businesses there and everything. I haven't been to Sanibel and Captiva in a long time. I probably should make an effort to go back there.
Jeff, are you going to get to travel to photo some games, away games, and travel this year?
It kind of depends. I've got 6, I think, in Ames and 3 in Iowa City. So, I mean, that's not really going. I mean, that's not really going away. As far as if you're asking, like, do I follow Iowa State on the road into the Big 12? The answer is no. I shoot them exclusively at home. And when they're on the road, about half of the time I shoot Iowa, because usually if Iowa State is on the road, Iowa is at home. That's not always the case, but that's usually the case.
But you didn't get to do any last year, right?
Oh, no, I shot Iowa State all last year.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah. Yep. I did not go to the Fiesta Bowl.
They would not allow reporters and photographers on our fields at home.
Oh yeah, they did here. Yeah. We had all sorts of restrictions, man. It was unbelievable. It was like shooting at a Nazi. Well, I hate to but I mean, it was like a military camp. I mean, even going on to campus, doing the normal stuff I do during the course of the week. I mean, it was just fucking crazy, and thank God all that's gone now.
Sure. I went to 3 of the 4 games last year, Georgia's games, and it was surreal being in there with, forced less people than could be in there.
Well, looks like we're all going to.
I think we had. I think
back
they.
to normal.
It's totally back to normal. Totally.
I think they had 8,000 there for when they played Oklahoma. Now, Jack Trice only seats 60, so it's not it's by no stretch a big stadium, but 8 into 60 is 1/7, 1/8 of the crowd. So I mean it, from a percentage standpoint, it looked, it was unreal.
Well, they only made
I got a soccer argument going on in the chat here. That's got to be a first.
Yeah.
They're
not only
arguing.
soccer.
They're
It's
arguing professional diving here. I'm sorry,
it's
soccer.
international soccer.
I like international soccer,
Oh, it's almost
I
time
don't
to
but
like
it's
run.
not. I
soccer.
mean, nothing comes close to college football. But I'm telling you, soccer fans are just as crazy and as into it as like the college
Yeah.
football fans, especially in the SEC. They are.
It's way bigger in the whole world. I mean, it's
I know. Oh
massive.
yeah,
Oh,
they
yeah.
go
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh, yeah.
So Colby, did you see where that Ronaldo kind of dissed Coca-Cola, threw their bottles to the side and said just water, and they were the major sponsor? Apparently, Coke stock took a nosedive because of it.
Wow.
Did you guys see that?
Wait, what now? Say it again. I'm sorry.
The guy they're talking about, the Cristiano Ronaldo, whatever his name is,
Oh yeah. Okay.
kind of like Saban does when he comes to the podium. They put the Cokes up there.
Uh-huh.
Well, he pushed them to the side and then said only water. And Coke is the major sponsor of this big event, and so he basically dissed the major sponsor.
Whoa.
Yikes.
I
Is
just
that is that the same guy, Colby, that I'm talking about?
I think
you know,
it's
I try to like some sports that are. I try to like one or two sports that are somewhat Eurocentric, especially automotive related. And I just can't. I can't. I just can't watch them anymore. I mean, I even actually like Formula One. I can't watch it anymore. Everything about Formula One has gone so health and safety, virtue signaling off the rails. I just can't take it. I got to turn it off. It insults my intelligence.
Do you like cricket?
I've never even seen it played.
No,
Does
I didn't.
anyone know the rules of
Hey,
cricket?
would you know that in our area here in this part of Georgia, there's a couple of our park and rec fields. They have replaced a couple of baseball fields with cricket, and it's the demographics of where I live, but they have an entire set of youth sports that are cricket in the state of Georgia.
I'm
What,
not
they
even
got a
sure
bunch
what
of
it is.
expats?
I just wanted to say that.
I don't
Um,
understand it.
Do you have a big expat population there or something?
Yeah, a lot of technical jobs.
We have a city a little south of me called Rotunda West. Big population of Russian expats. Huge. I mean, they speak Russian down there more than they speak English.
Yeah.
And it's like, how in the hell did they find this part of Florida?
Well,
how did they
you're-
find Florida in the first place? I mean,
Your Fort Myers Airport, you go in there and they make announcements in English and German.
yeah, that's true. Well, yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, they do in Fort Myers.
Well, it's been so
Lufthansa.
long since I've lived there. I don't remember.
Florida has little enclaves of ex-European.
Winter Haven's huge German population.
Yeah, they have a lot of ex-Europeans have decided if they can get out of Europe and relocate to the U.S., they do it. Of course, they come to Florida. Most of them are fair-skinned Northern Europeans, and all they do around here is look like lobsters all the time. It's easy to pick them out too. Well, one other piece of good news for Florida is this year as opposed to last year, we're getting our European tourists back this year. And they because around this time of year you can walk through like Publix or Walmart or wherever, and you can hear all kinds of languages you couldn't hear before. And they're all buying sunblock. We have a sunblock shortage here right now.
Uh-oh.
SPF 50 is very popular, I gotta tell you.
I bet.
But it's good to see them back. Even the English ones that try and drive on the wrong side of the road occasionally. But oh, Jordan Bowman's here. Good to see him. I didn't see him sneak in there earlier. He's joined the soccer argument between Lou and Colby and Traveling Fools.
And talking soccer.
Yeah, they're talking soccer in the chat room. I guess we're boring to them.
I guess.
Lou says he needs federal tax dollars down where he is because it's raining. So, okay. I'm sure you'll get them too.
I
Because now
heard
Georgia is a blue state, so I'm sure they'll get plenty of tax dollars now. So.
I heard it's hitting hard over there, right?
It's
The
supposed
rain.
to tonight, tomorrow.
I'm going to take a look here real quick. Hang on.
In my part of the state, we're not getting. Lou may be getting it because he's south and that band's going down. We're not supposed to get it until tonight, tomorrow. We're supposed to get 5 inches though.
Is that from the storm? From the
Yeah.
Well, right now I'm looking at the radar. Right now, the storm is sitting between New Orleans and Hattiesburg in Mississippi. But the rain bands are over Birmingham and Montgomery, and Atlanta's getting hit. You know, it's all green over Atlanta. Augusta is right on the edge of the rain bands. Macon's wet. No, leave me alone. Yeah, it actually the projected path of the storm, what's left of it, is right over Athens. I'm sorry, Augusta.
At the end.
Then it shoots out over the Carolinas and ends up in the Atlantic, and somewhere dies somewhere over Newfoundland in a couple of days. It's just a tropical. I mean, it's not even a tropical storm anymore. It's just a little.
Yep.
It's a little pissant of a storm. It's barely worth talking about.
But we need the rain.
Yeah, I need the rain. Florida needs the rain too. I almost wish it was coming in here, but I'm sure we'll get a storm or two during the year. You know, climate change and all that. You know, we're supposed to get. You know, Florida's supposed to be underwater by now, so I don't know about this climate change thing here.
I hope not. I'm going to be moving there.
Well, I always found that one thing I found funny was you remember Barry Hussein after he got out of office and wrecking the place. He that nice little poor Marxist went out and bought property on the coastline of Mathis Vineyard. Bought a coastal home for $15 million or something like that in Mathis Vineyard. I say, if global warming was true and we're going to flood the coastlines and everything, wouldn't buying property in Martha's Vineyard be a real bad investment? I mean, just spitballing here. I may not know what I'm talking about, but I would think that if you're going to buy property and you're of the belief that the coastlines are going to flood out and radically change in the next, decade or so, how dare you? That kind of thing. Why would you buy property on the coast? Why wouldn't you buy property about 100 miles inland? Because that's going to become the new coastline in about 10 years. I don't know. I'm no climatologist. I'm no meteorologist. I'm just a thinker, and I think about these things. And I just just wondering how much of this is bullshit and how much of this is bullshit, you know? But what do I know?
You know quite a bit.
I'm not a believer in these things.
The climate changes every day. Just look at the forecast.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Oh, Bacon Ninjet is here. Well, now known as Bacon N. I wonder why I wonder why Bacon changed name to Bacon N instead of Ninjet. I don't know. I triggered Lou on that one. So easy. It's like
Guys, I got to
shooting-
run. I got to go
like shooting
to
fish in a barrel.
something. Y'all have a great Father's Day to all the fathers out there. And
Thank
see
you.
later.
I appreciate that. Yeah, it is Father's Day tomorrow.
Yes, it is.
Later, Rob
See
dog.
you guys.
Later, Rod.
Yeah,
You Rob, dog.
See you guys.
No.
See you, Rob.
Man, FedEx screwed up my my Father's Day gift to my father. I think I told you all about that, didn't I?
I'm sorry, say it again.
I bought a gift from my dad because I don't know. I mean, he has everything he wants. He can buy anything he wants or whatever. And so I usually end up buying him food because, he likes that. So, and I bought him food stuff for gifts and everything. I bought him a subscription for coffee beans. He's a big coffee drinker. So I bought him a bean subscription. And that lasted me because I timed it out. I bought him 6-month subscriptions. Well, bought one for Father's Day, and 6 months later is his birthday. So he's covered. And they just kept renewing until finally he told me, I don't want any more of those beans. So, all right. So I said, for Father's Day this year, I mean, I know he loves sweet potato pie. Believe it or not. This Yankee-born, guy loves sweet potato pie. Bought him a sweet potato pie. FedEx fucked me.
Oh no.
They fucked me. It was supposed to be delivered overnight. And it was going to come to my house. I would put it in the freezer and I would hold it until Sunday. Took 3 days. Overnight delivery took 3 days. By the time it got to me, it was all the dry ice had long since evaporated,
Oh, geez.
and the pie was at ambient temperature.
Oh no.
I
Oh,
cracked the box open, and the smell that came out of there would have knocked a buzzard off a shit wagon. Unbelievable smell. I threw the pie out, and I called the place. Well, I didn't call the place up. I emailed the place. They said, "Okay, we were tracking it too. We know FedEx screwed up. We'll send you another one." So they won't ship it until Monday. So I'm gonna buy my dad. I'm gonna go to Publix. I'm gonna buy him a sweet potato, and I'm gonna buy him one of those frozen pie dishes, and I'm gonna hand it to him. I said the real thing will be here hopefully in a couple of days. So he'd probably get a laugh out of that, but. When you ship something that on the box, I counted the number of times on the box it says perishable, 6. 1 on the bottom, sides, top, and then a big old sticker on the top too. 6 places it says perishable. Or is that 7? And I don't get it. I don't know what's wrong with the shipping companies nowadays. They seem to all be run by the post office. I mean, I don't expect the post office to get anything right at this point. But I don't know. Let's see. What are we going?
I'm sorry. I'm just so like.
Captain Saberho is asking, is that really TK in the picture? Not that it matters.
Really?
Uncle Lou says she's not a hoe and she doesn't need saving. You're out of luck. Captain Ho replies, I was just saying she's a pretty lady. Was a pretty lady, and then says, or is. And then Lou comes back with save Alonzo.
Why?
Why? And then Lou says, Alonzo.
Oh.
Okay. Floridian is here. Good to see you, sir. One of my watch buddies. He won't last long in here, but Lou wants to know if I like complaining about the mail or the NFL more. I just like to complain because I am grumpy old man.
Yeah.
So you don't want to hear it, you can turn your speakers off. Just saying. But I like complaining about the mail more, actually, because the mail and package shipping and everything directly affects my life. The National Felons League doesn't affect my life. And it shouldn't affect yours either. Just saying. But Captain Save-A-Ho, I am assured, because of visual evidence that I have in my memory, the picture of TK you see is TK. Right, TK?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's TK.
I mean, you know, when I don't look like shit and, you know.
You
Well,
never
when
look.
I have makeup on.
You don't look like shit. So.
Well, but I mean, when I have makeup on and, you know.
Well, you know, it is what it is, you know. I don't have any makeup on. This is what I look like.
Well, men are so lucky, you know, because men, you know, yeah, you don't have to wear makeup.
Well, nobody said women have to wear makeup either.
Well, no, but I mean, but y'all age. Well, no, I'm not saying women have to wear makeup. I mean, sometimes I will go out with very little or no makeup because don't care, like, you know, sometimes. But what I'm saying is like men age gracefully. Like I almost think sometimes men get better with age, and like women have to do more to, you know, I say that to keep up with societal standards of what beauty is.
I know. Let's see. Wait a minute. Uncle Lou says, "What about the weather? Where does that rank on my complaint scale?" I almost never complain about the weather, Lou, because there's nothing that mankind can do to affect the climate or the climate cycle of a complex entity like Earth. So complaining about it is pointless. And Captain Save-A-Ho is congratulating me about you, TK. Captain Ho, I'm not dating TK. TK don't need none of this. She can do better. So I would be out kicking my coverage. So stop it. But thank you for thinking that I could. But thank you. Nice compliment. But no, TK is not actively dating me. So she comes in here to make sure I
haven't met.
myself.
I don't think I've. Oh no, I have met one person in the community. I mean, I met Catfish.
You did?
Yeah, because when he was a truck driver, he's no longer a truck driver. He's doing all this other stuff. But he would come down. One of his main stops was around where I lived, and you know, we were talking, and he says, "Oh yeah, I go down near to where I live all the time." So yeah, we met and everything. So it was cool. But I think that's the only person I've met in real life in the community yet. Because I didn't make the Slob Olympics, but now I'll be able to many Slob Olympics. Huh?
You're going to go to the Slob Olympics next year. You'll get to meet everybody.
I know. Well, and since they're mostly going to be in the east and everything, I'll be able to make a whole bunch of them, and plus I'll have, like my sister there, and not only to help me with mom, but to, watch my animals and everything, all that kind of stuff.
Hey, what's up?
Hi,
Nate,
Nate.
Yay.
how you doing, Nate?
Very good.
You're
Just-
waiting for a rental car?
Yeah, for like 2 hours.
Well, that's a
Like
long
the
time.
line is so long, and for to get our keys and pretty long.
Lou's trying to bait me again. I'm not going there, Lou.
That's what it sounds like.
You can rage all you want about that. You'll have an audience of one on that one.
Yeah, I'm in Fort Lauderdale Airport. It's a pretty big airport.
Yeah, Fort Lauderdale International is a big place. Not quite as big as Hartsfield, but
Probably not.
Or George Bush in Houston.
yeah, that's a big one.
Oh God, yes.
Yeah, we rented a house in Naples, so we're all right. So my dad's next in line to get our keys to go to our rent house, and hopefully we'll get there. But so okay.
Well, hopefully they get him a car pretty soon.
This is the airport.
Yeah, don't film too much in an airport though. Some of the security
Yeah.
people don't like that.
Okay, yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, they get twitchy if they see cameras active.
Sorry. Sorry about that.
No, don't worry about me, man. It doesn't hurt my stream, but you might get a talking to from the blue shirts.
Well, I don't want that.
No, nobody wants that. No.
Yeah, but
Boy, I sure did trigger a few people in the chat room.
yeah, but
That's
yeah, if I get in trouble, well, it's my fault. So,
Yeah, don't worry about it.
okay. Yeah, it's pretty hot in here for some reason. Yeah, I do not know why.
It's Florida.
It's Fort Lauderdale.
Now, Fort Lauderdale is even hotter than where I am because Fort Lauderdale's south and it's more tropical the further south you go
Right.
from where I am. The humidity goes up like crazy. So
Yeah,
Well, see, where I live now, it's semi-arid, right? But we have a little bit of humidity, but it gets in the 1 teens in the summer. It's freaking hot, okay?
Yeah.
But now in the southeast, it's very there's a lot of humidity, so it can make it just as hot and more, actually even more miserable. But I'm hoping being near the ocean will make it not that bad because
well, you get a nice sea breeze, but
Yeah.
the humidity
Yeah.
is going to be up there anyway.
Right.
right.
And
Yeah,
you get a lot of rain.
yeah, and plus, on Tuesday, I'm gonna go on a fish carter in the morning.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Good luck.
thank you. I hope I don't die from sharks, but but whoever who has fished for the last week before.
I went deep sea fishing with my papa, my dad's father.
Yeah.
We called him Papa. And it was actually off of Fort Lauderdale, believe it or not. This was a long time ago. the charter caught a lot of fish. They once they got out of the intercoastal and they got past the breakwater. They got out into the Atlantic. They went out about 2 miles and just started fishing. And I understand a lot of folks caught a lot of fish. The unfortunate part for me the whole trip was the minute we got up past the breakwater, the boat started.
Yeah.
And
Uh-oh.
and I puked.
Yeah.
And I pretty much spent the whole trip in the cabin, lying down on a bench.
So I haven't deep sea fished before. I only fish like on lakes, but not in the ocean. I never tried it before. So
It's an experience, Nate.
I get seasick in a bathtub, so I don't do a lot of fishing.
I love the fish.
Yeah, I get real seasick.
yeah.
Now there's a lot of places around where I am. There's a lot of fishing piers.
Okay. All right. I gotta go.
Okay, see you later, Nate.
Goodness.
Boy, that got loud there for a second,
Boy,
didn't it?
Yeah, it's like somebody was screaming at him.
I think that was his mom saying we gotta go or something like that. But there's a lot of piers and places around here. If I wanted to go fishing, hell, I don't even know the fishing. But I don't know the first thing about fishing. But there's a lot of places to just sit on a dock or on a seawall or on a pier and just throw a line over and
That's the
just
best way to do it. That's the best way to do it. Maybe even if you don't fish, sit there and watch the water. I like watching the waves.
I like watching the boats. You know, just
Yeah.
cruise up and down the intercoastal.
Yep.
I mean, it's like I love boats as long as I'm not on them. I love airplanes as long as I'm not on them. It's kind of weird with me. I don't like flying. I don't like boating, but I like planes. I like boats.
Well,
I
I'm
don't know.
okay on a when I lived in Fort Myers, and I mentioned it on some stream. I don't remember where I had this. He was my first serious boyfriend, and it was right out of high school, and he had his group of friends from high school. They all had we always hung out. We were just this group of couples that hung out all the time, right?
That's
But-
nice.
And we like to go fishing, and we went fishing in some lake in Ocala or somewhere in there, in the middle. And I mean,
Okeechobee.
Okeechobee, yeah, Lake Okeechobee, I guess.
Yeah, Ocala is like up here, and Okeechobee is like down here.
I'm not. Yeah, I can't remember which one, but like if I'm on a lake on a boat, I'm fine. But once I get it, but I've been sailing also, and that if there's going to be waves, that's where I get, because on a lake you don't really have. I never got seasick if on a boat on lakes or anything like that, but one time when my mom, this is before. I think this was before we moved to Florida. We were still in Baton Rouge when my mom, I think it was right after she married my stepfather, my ex-stepfather. And he had a sailboat. We went sailing. I can't remember if it was Destin or somewhere in the Florida panhandle or something.
Destin's in the Panhandle, yeah.
Well, but I don't remember where exactly, but oh my God. Oh, for the first day I was so seasick, but then I got used to it. But we were only in the bay. We weren't even in the ocean. Like we were in the bay, but they have waves,
Mm-hmm. They're just not as bad as out on the unguarded, not unguarded. The unshielded water. Bays are usually shielded by the coastline and stuff like that. So,
Right.
But if you got 2-foot waves in Sarasota Bay, if you have a light chop in Sarasota Bay, if you go past the breakwater and get out into the Gulf of Mexico, the waves are going to double or triple real quick. and your boat's going to go, and that's where I say, you know,
Finally got used. It
get
was
me
like
off
the
this
first
ride.
day was really bad. It was just the first day that was really bad, and they gave me that patch you put on your neck.
Yeah, those are useless.
Well, I must have because I was still nauseous, but somehow it was either just that or that maybe they gave me Dramamine too because I slept underneath for the first day because I was so sick, and then I was like out on the boat and it was fine.
You know what I always took solace in, though, in later years, the fact that I can't get on a boat because I just immediately go to getting sick. I was watching those. I don't watch them much anymore, but I always loved the Deadliest Catch shows,
Mhm.
and those are veteran crabbers. But even the veteran crabbers were puking the first day or so once they got out of what was it? What's that place they start out from?
So,
I forgot
like,
the name.
even if they've been doing it for years, when they go,
Yeah, the minute they get out of the harbor, Dutch Harbor, once they get out of Dutch Harbor and they get out into the Bering Sea, and the chop picks up pretty good, they all get sick.
Right.
You know, to varying degrees, but they all get sick. Yeah, thank you, Captain Trips, Dutch Harbor, and but they recover quicker than regular folk seem to because they're
used to it.
they have sea legs at some level.
Yep. Well, when
I did catch a glimpse of on YouTube a little snippet of one of the current seasons. I think they're on season 17 now, and my favorite boat and crew was the Northwestern. I always loved those guys, and I saw Captain Sig was still running the ship even though he had a near fatal heart attack a few years ago. So
I always liked the Time Bandit.
yeah, Time Band had dropped away for a couple of years. Now they're back on there, I heard.
Yeah,
The one boat I hated was Wizard.
the Wizard. Yep, Captain Keith.
Captain Keith needs to have a boot shoved up his ass.
Yep.
High, wide, and deep.
Yep.
Hasn't there been
I
more
understand. Go ahead, TK.
hasn't there been more than like one person from that series that has died? Like an old guy, one of the old guys died.
Yeah,
Like the one that had a heart attack.
Captain Phil Harris. He died.
Oh, okay. But then
Yeah,
then
stroke.
recently there was a stroke. But there was recently one that was young that died.
Yeah, there was a deckhand on Wild Bill's boat, the Summer Wind or something like that. His deckhand, who had been with him for like forever, he described him as a son to him. I mean, his name was Nick something. He died this past December from a drug overdose.
Yeah, that's I remember reading that.
Yeah, and then he did Captain. They showed. I saw that snippet on YouTube too. I saw the headline or the title, and I clicked on it, and it said that Nick had died from an OD, and Bill got the news while he's in the airport, about to fly up to Dutch Harbor to get on his boat. Now he's got to do it for the first time in forever without Nick on his crew. I didn't watch past that. I just don't watch TV anymore. I really don't. You see this thing here? That's a great smart TV. I mean, I bought it. It was relatively inexpensive. It's really good TV. Until hockey playoffs, I hadn't turned that damn thing on in 6 months. I turned it on and tried to go on. I use YouTube TV now. I don't have cable TV anymore. I went on to YouTube TV to try and get on to watch a game, and turned the thing on in 6 months. The damn thing said, "Who the hell are you?" Is that the log?
Like,
I had
did
to
you put
go
in your
find my
password or
network.
something?
Yeah, I had to go. I had to go find the network. Meanwhile, I had to go find my ID and password, and log back on. Logging on with one of those remotes where you have to go up, 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 down, 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 left, left.
You
You
see,
can't.
I would love to do just streaming, but the thing is, because I rarely watch TV anymore. I mean, I may watch some news or something, but you know, I need the SEC network, and I don't think you
Yeah.
can stream the SEC.
No, you can't. You can't.
Right.
You can stream ESPN. I can stream. No, actually, you can stream SEC Network. It's on YouTube TV.
It's also on Hulu.
Yeah, but that's the only reason I keep the TVs around anymore is for college football and hockey, and maybe the occasional auto race. I mean, most of my TV entertainment comes right here on my computer, watching YouTube or other streaming stuff. Yeah, I dumped Comcast. I mean, I'm on Comcast. I dumped the cable part of Comcast 2 years ago. It was funny too. I walk into Comcast. I figured I'm going to get an argument from them. I walk into Comcast. I got both my HD cable boxes. I got the remotes. I got all the cabling. And I walk in there and I say, I'm turning this back in. I want to modify my service for internet only. And I expected them to try and do what they do on the phone, which is, I'm sorry about your sorry you feel that way, but maybe if we do blah, 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 and blah, 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 blah. And I expected that in-person argument. And I get to the girl and I said, okay, here's all my equipment. We're taking the TV part off. I'm just keeping the internet. And she said, sure, no problem. Like she did it 15 times a day. She probably does.
Oh,
You know, so it's all, and even with the Comcast cable part and YouTube TV on top of it, I'm still $100 cheaper than I was with Comcast cable.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Still $100 a month less. Now, granted, I don't have, the movie channels or some of the other tchotchkes on there that I wasn't using anyway. So I definitely don't miss it. I tried to convert my folks over to YouTube TV. I put one TV that my mom watches on YouTube TV for a 5-day don't cost trial. I set it up. I put her on there, and I went home. I showed her how to use it. I showed her how to navigate through the YouTube TV. And I went home, and an hour later, my dad is on the phone with me saying, undo what you did. Why? Your mom hates it. Tell her she can keep trying it for a little while. She'll get used to it. She hates it. Come back here. Now. Okay. They live 5 minutes from me. I can walk to their house in 10 minutes. So I went over and I shut the trial off and I put it back to cable, and yeah. Yeah, my mom just mom ain't happy, nobody happy. So, that's the way it was. But the nice thing is I have pretty much unfettered access to watching TV on my phone, on my iPad, on my computer, on the TVs. Works well. Hey, Melissa May's in here. She never comes in here.
Melissa.
Miss May, you gorgeous young thing, you. Geez, between Pizza Woman and Melissa May and TK in my stream, ooh boy.
Oh boy. Yes, sir.
I haven't had this much female attention in years.
We're just missing Christy. Well, let's see. Christy, Friction Vixen.
And Friction Vixen doesn't come in, has never been in here as far as I can remember. Chrissy doesn't come in very often. She's married and her husband's bigger than me, so he beat me up. So I can't say nothing. What was that noise?
I don't know.
Oh, you heard it too?
Yeah, like a dun 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 dun.
Yeah, then it kind of went. Vroom, vroom, vroom. Like, what is that?
No, I heard it too. I don't know what it was.
So actually, I just realized, yeah, probably a little later I'll watch the NASCAR Xfinity race because my favorite driver is going to run in that race. And if he wins today, that's his 100th win in that series. He said he'd retire if he hit 100 in that series. So let's see if he does it. Kyle Busch for the win, baby.
Go, Kyle.
Calico Basin is here. That's good to see. Oh, I didn't even know Alan A was in here. I didn't know he was in here. Good to see. Razorback fan is in here. I didn't see him come. I've been paying too much attention to this. And LW is in here. Now,
LW. I'm sorry, is female? No.
is LW a woman?
No. I'm sorry. I'm kind of like halfway here today because like I'm just so into the mode of
Sorry.
I'm so into the mode of like finding like a cool. I'm just excited.
I don't blame you. I mean, this is this is something exciting that's happening for you, and it's a great thing. By the way,
I feel
just real-
trapped here, because I'm literally the only family member here taking care of my mom, and people, they don't want to deal with her, so they don't want to come over here and help me. So, but they don't mind if we move there, and we all help each other, help the parents, the aging parents. You know what I mean?
I'm on my own with that. No. Even if my sister wasn't estranged from the entire family, she lives in Portland. She ain't going to be any help. So, but I live just a couple of minutes from the folks. So, they need me, I come. They call, I come. In fact, I was just over there yesterday.
Yeah, but you get along with them though, right?
Yeah, I like my folks. Yeah.
Well, I love my mom, but she drives me insane.
Oh, my parents drive me a little bit kooky too. I mean, they're kooky old people. They are, but they're not a malicious kooky, so that helps. And they're fun to talk to. You keep my mom off of. She hates it when I call Biden sock puppet. Every time I call him sock puppet, she hits me.
Who does? Your mom?
Yeah, she'd give me a whack on the head. Don't call him sock puppet. What do you want me to call him? Marshmallow fluff for brains? Marxist demigod, the drooler.
God.
What do you want me to call him? The drooler? I'll call him the drooler. I called him the drooler. She gave me a look.
Because it's not nice.
Well, I'm not a nice man. I'm not a nice man. She said, that's not nice. I actually said that to her. She said, you're not being nice. I said, I'm not a nice man. And she said, what? I said,
well, but you got to think about it too, though. Even though you disagree with his politics, look at what he's been through. I mean, about losing his son very recently. And then isn't there a reason that he's kind of he have not a stroke, but
he had a couple of brain
like a TIA, a transient ischemic attack.
Did he have an aneurysm
or something? Yeah,
he's had a couple of those. Yeah, but still, I mean, I don't have anything against Joe Biden personally. I think Joe Biden, as a man, I mean, he's a little creepy in my opinion. Some of the things he does, but he's just an old man. He's an old guy. He's got old guy problems. I mean, I've seen several old guys like him with they lose their mental faculties or they lose their physical faculties or something. I got no animus against Joe Biden as a man. I have animus against Joe Biden as his
As the
policies,
president.
which I think are toxic. But other people don't think he's toxic as a politician. And for that, I just say, hey, we will agree to disagree.
Exactly.
We can disagree without being disagreeable.
Well, the one thing too, I mean, no matter where you think politically along the spectrum, on the political spectrum, where your views lie, no president is perfect because no person is perfect, and
This
they're
is
gonna,
true.
they're gonna do. They may do something. You may have a president you just love, but they do this one or two things you don't like, or maybe you think they're okay, or maybe you can't stand them, but then they do something that really just, you like. I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying that I would never want that job. I was an assistant director one time of a NICU of 150 people, and I actually kind of liked it, but everybody is just, always wanting, like,
Nobody is going to be a perfect mesh to your beliefs, points of view, et cetera, et cetera. You can. I always was of the opinion that for the best that you could hope for is maybe in the 75 to 80% range. There's always going to be a certain percentage of the way a person believes or acts or something like that that's not going to mesh well with the way you believe or act in a similar situation. And that's okay. I mean, I raised my girls, both my daughters. The younger daughter, for the most part, I raised by myself since she was 14. I'm not going to get into that story. That's kind of depressing. But so if anyone in this world was going to think and act the way I do, it would be my younger daughter, because she was around me all the time. And she doesn't. She is her own woman. My God, she's a woman.
Yeah.
I have a 20-year-old daughter and a 23-year-old daughter. Oh God, I am old.
Yeah, but that's still young. I mean,
I
that's
know.
a young age.
But the point being that she is her own woman. She has her own beliefs. A lot of them mesh with mine. A lot of them don't. So, but that's the way it should be, right? She is her own person. And she takes care of herself for the most part. Except every once in a while, she calls me up with a really weird question that came out of nowhere. It's like, really? I didn't tell you about that already? No, you didn't. Oh, okay. My bad. Let me fix that. Yeah, whatever.
That's the teacher, right? That just graduated?
Pardon?
That's the teacher that just graduated?
No, that's the older one. She is she has her bachelor's degree. She had that last May, but she just had her ceremony on Mother's Day. But no, she'll get her master's degree in December, and then she can become a teacher.
Great.
Yeah, we are proud of the little one.
Yeah.
She's such a tiny little thing. Lou says he's a crazy person in his family.
I believe that.
I believe that.
Well, I'm a
whole-
little crazy myself too. I mean, I can't, but I mean, I'm not like it's a. Well, never mind. It's just
I'm not crazy. I'm grown.
I've been taking care of my mom way too long, and I believe part of the problem is she's over medicated, and then there's other things in her personality that don't mesh with me. So, that's and I've been doing this for so long, and like each year gets a little worse. So like I've gotten to the point where I'm so overwhelmed because I really love the job I'm at right now, and I don't necessarily want to leave that job because I'm appreciative. I mean, they're like my second family. They're my NICU family, you know.
Okay.
And
You know, I
she
didn't.
no, I was just gonna say, just big changes like that, and I hate moving, but big changes like that are kind of scary. But I'm just excited, like I said, because now, since I've been in this community, you know, how much would you say? At least 80, 90% all live either in Florida, Georgia, you know, all this southeastern. You know, I know we have people that like Michigan and stuff like that, but most of the people live on the East Coast. You know, the Carolinas, Georgia, Florida.
Yeah, I'd say
80,
80%. Yeah.
So I'm going to be able to, and we don't, you know, it doesn't have to be once a year. You know, like the Slav Olympics, we can have more meetups. So we can go to that tea party.
Cocktail party.
I know. I'm just kidding. I said it on purpose because I looked it up early.
Huffer Billy Paul is here. How you doing? Good to see you.
Huffer Billy Paul, Huffer Billy Paul, Huffer Billy, Huffer Billy, Huffer Billy Paul, Paul, Paul.
Yeah.
You know, when you do that, you need to change your picture to the hot dog.
Okay.
It's more effective when you have the hot dog on there versus the Hispanic beauty.
The Hispanic beauty. Hold on.
But
Huffer Billy Paul, Huffer Billy Paul.
there we go.
Huffer Billy Paul, 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 Paul. See, I
that's
am a lunatic.
That's Arlene. That's Arlene.
No, Arlene. Oh no, Arlene. I'll show you who Arlene is. No. This is Cat the corn dog minus the corn.
A naked corn dog.
Yeah, I'm a naked corn dog. So here's Arlene, the Alabama fan. Well, how's it going, guys? I'm Arlene. I'm Arlene, the Alabama fan.
What is that hanging out of your mouth? Is that a cigarette?
A cigarette, but it's not lit because I'm in my house. Oh my God, Lou, you're nasty.
Oh Lord.
Lou.
Hey, thanks for
Arlene,
stopping by,
Mike.
Calico. Appreciate it.
You are as crazy as the rest of us. Lou and Jesse have met their match. That's what Huffer Billy Paul says.
Yeah, he ain't wrong. He ain't wrong. Now put the pretty Hispanic lady back
Okay.
up. This is getting disturbing.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, hang on. Let me see here.
I'd rather see a picture of Mike.
Well, I can put a different one. This one is not as much makeup.
I like
More-
that.
I have different pictures up to put on here.
But all of a sudden, my YouTube screen went bonkers.
Uh-oh.
Well, the StreamYard's working okay, but the YouTube, yeah, it was tracking low. But yeah, I don't know. I might have to. Well, I like that picture.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think Which one is my favorite? I have a lot that I like. Well, there's this one. Hello.
Very, very.
Oy
not-
vey. Oy
that-
vey.
That's not very sexy. There you go. There you go. The picture of what dreams are made out of. Oh, bring that home. Yes, indeed. No, Joe Burrow in smoking a cigar, that doesn't do a thing for me.
It does a thing for me and Arlene. You see, in 2019, Arlene jumped the bandwagon and started liking LSU because of him.
Florida gave him a good game in 19, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, y'all did.
Florida
And
knew
so
that
did, well, Auburn
LSU
did
knew
too.
we were there.
Auburn did too, but Auburn. Remember Auburn's game? That was probably our closest one, our hardest one. But it was also raining, and I said, if you notice by the end of the game, because their defense was just stout, stellar, whatever, and it was raining at the time. And by the end of that thing, everybody was covered in mud and all this stuff, and it's like it looked like they just had a brawl, like this big
Hufferbilly singing to you.
Arlene.
And Georgia Forever is here. Good to see you, sir.
Oh no, wait, hold on. What's that song? Instead of Jolene?
Jolene.
Okay.
Jolene.
Okay, so it would be Arlene. You got a cigarette hanging out your mouth.
That reminds me of that. You remember. I know Jeff Foxworthy is, right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
he's-
is that the guy that you might be a redneck if?
Yeah.
Yes.
He said,
Okay.
if your mother-in-law doesn't take the cigarette out of her mouth when she tells the highway patrolman to kiss her ass, you might be a redneck.
I
That
know
was the
this.
funniest one ever.
Yeah.
I know this. He told me this a long time ago, but there was this guy down here that I knew. I mean, I never dated him or anything. It was just a guy, a friend of mine, and he said that his grandma, and he's Mexican. This isn't a redneck guy. This is a Mexican guy. He said that when his grandma would smoke, she would put the ashes out on her tongue. I said, what?
What?
I never heard of such a thing. Have you? Has anybody?
No, never.
Anybody in the chat ever heard of anything like so
Put
disgusting?
the ashes on her
Like
tongue.
she would tap the like when you ash a cigarette well, you may not have ever smoked, but when
I
like
did for a
you
little
lit your
while.
cigarette to get the excess ashes off, she would just put it on her tongue, and I'm like, why?
Yeah. Really? Why?
Why in the hell would you do that?
Yep.
I don't know. I've never heard of anybody doing that. I've never heard of anybody doing that. Maybe that's a thing. I don't know.
I don't know.
I can't imagine though. I mean, I can't even. What if one little piece of it is still hot?
Well, I guess if you burn your tongue enough times, you build up enough scar tissue, you won't be able to feel it.
Oh look, Uncle Lucy, I've seen people put the cigarette out on their tongue, but never just ash on their tongue. See, I can't imagine putting it out on my tongue because it would burn.
Yeah, that would burn.
I mean, even a little stray like ash that's still burning, if it touches your skin, it hurts.
Hey, oh shit. Excuse me. I got to mute and go off for a second. Entertain yourselves for about a minute. I'll be right back.
Okay, well, the tongue, yeah, may be wet, but I still think it would hurt.
Absolutely.
Just, I
You're a
still
nurse,
think,
right, TK?
huh?
You're a nurse, right?
Yeah, I'm a nurse.
I thought I heard you say that.
Yeah, I work in the NICU,
Thank you. Yeah.
premature babies,
Yep.
sick
Yep.
babies.
Nursery. I did that too in the Air Force. I was a clerk.
Oh, wow. But in the NICU?
Yeah. Yeah. I was
Oh,
a ward clerk
cool.
for a while, NICU, and then I was all over. I was in the flight surgeon's office. I worked in admissions, ER.
Oh, so you did it all.
Yeah, just about.
See, as soon as I got out of nursing school, I went just straight to neonatal, and I've worked at it ever since. 25 years, over 25 years now.
25 years.
Yeah.
So you were in on some of the crack babies.
On some of the what meetings?
Crack babies.
What,
Back in the
like the
90s.
staff? Huh?
Back in the 90s. With all the crack babies.
Oh, crack babies. Actually, you know what? I haven't seen that many crack babies because in the area I'm in, like I have seen babies that like there was one baby I took care of at another hospital in another town, and the mom was on the methadone program, for heroin. We had that poor baby for 6 months because what you have to do is you have to wean them off of it by you giving them what do we give? It's not we don't give them methadone. We give them like an opioid thing, but you have to
Right.
slowly wean them off. But she was just she detoxed so bad from that, and she was so cranky, and it was hard to console her. And
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's sad. Yeah. It's like babies have to go through something like that.
yeah, but see, and the mom had other babies when she was on the methadone program, so it's like she knew what to expect, but those are the hardest. I mean, like if a mom has done cocaine, now I'm not talking about crack, but just like cocaine, the baby doesn't really detox because it leaves the baby's system immediately, right?
Yeah.
I mean, because it's a water soluble. But another bad detox I saw was when the mom was on a lot of Xanax.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was like
Oh.
bad. So I've seen as far as but I guess cocaine. Maybe some of them would be on crack. I don't know, but I have seen babies that have had mom that did cocaine.
Yeah. Yeah. Poor kids. So did you go to? Okay, you were in Louisiana, right?
Well, I was born and raised there. Yes.
Yeah. Hey, Celine's back. Okay.
Yeah, I got a phone call. I got to go here in a few minutes. Actually, it's my folks. I got to go over to the folks' house. So
Yeah.
I got a few
Gotta
minutes.
Gotta
But,
go.
Hope everything's okay.
no, everything's fine. This is my mom wants me to come over and help her out with something. No, nothing like threatening. Just needs a little help with something. And I said, no, I'm not doing anything. Give me about 15 minutes and I'll be right over. So,
That's what you do.
well, I am doing something, but it's not something I can't stop to help my mama.
Gotta do that.
Yeah.
Mama's still around.
Yeah, no, both of them still around. They're both still here. A blessing. I still have a lot to learn from them.
Don't we all?
Lou wants to know how my date went the other day. It wasn't a date, sir. It was.
Lord.
It was not. It would. Okay. I was going over to. I have a friend who is a woman, who is my age, who I went to high school with. Actually, she and I went to the same high school. We graduated in the same class. She recently got a new place to live. She's moved back from elsewhere back to Florida. Has a new place. Wanted to show it off and wanted to go get some dinner. Sure. I have no plans. She's a good person to hang around and talk with. So went out to dinner. She has a new place, really a nice place actually. It's a brand new complex in the area. There's a lot of new construction, a lot of new condos, a lot of new apartments, a lot of new housing in this area. It's really the real estate area industry here is booming. You can't get raw materials around here. Let me tell you.
Wow.
So she has a nice place. We went out to dinner, had a good time, and I went home. Not much more to tell. Good Italian place, though. Good Italian place. Had a good meal. I had a pappardelle bolognese.
Okay.
Beautiful. It was a veal bolognese. It was delicious. Yes, I eat veal. Leave me alone. I don't eat veal very often, but I do. But veal bolognese is the best kind. So, Colby, shut up. Yes, Lou, I went to dinner and I went to see her new place, and it was not a date. Yes, you have that right. There you go. You've never heard of the concept of being friends with a woman. I'm TK's friend, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, but I'm not sleeping with TK, which would be actually a logistical nightmare because she lives 3 states away from me. But yeah. So, but I'm
so
TK's
far away
friend.
from everybody, or not everybody, a lot of people in the community.
I'm TK's friend, but I'm not stooping her. Is that direct enough for you?
Stooping?
Stoop.
Stooping?
You Goyim should not say Yiddish words. It hurts my ears.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I'm not stooping TK.
We're not stooping?
We are not stooping. There you go.
I hear nothing.
I know nothing. I hear nothing. I know nothing. Colby, you're wrong. Okay.
Cool.
Uncle Lou says you would sleep with TK if she would let you, though. Yes. Okay. You got.
What hot-blooded American wouldn't?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just kidding. I'm not that cocky or anything, but still.
No, but still, I mean, if you would let me, I would. Just saying. Uncle Lou wants to know if that my friend had a nice bedroom. Yes, it looked like a very nice bedroom. She decorated the entire apartment beautifully. Really nice.
Raj is in the house. Raj is. Oh, hold on. This is for Raj. This is for Raj.
Mr. Raj.
Raj.
What's happening, Raj?
Oh, no.
Y'all don't like Arlene? I bet J-Dub does.
I'm not sure what it is, but it might be the red bow in the hair. It just doesn't work.
Yeah.
Well,
And the red
it's a
The red curly
Snapchat
wig.
filter.
It's a what? Yeah, I know it's a Snapchat filter.
It's not a real. Took
No,
smoke break. Me and Ethan are building a model car, Arlene. All right. Well, I'll be waiting for you, okay?
Oh,
let me
building
get-
a model car. I used to love building model cars.
Oh, me
Oh,
too. Me too. Model cars, airplanes, boats.
I loved the best the best looking model airplane I ever built, and the one that I took the longest to do was an old B-58 Hustler.
Oh my God. Yes.
That to me is the most beautiful airplane that was ever made.
Yep.
And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go Google B-58 Hustler. And if you don't think that that is a beautiful airplane, you have no soul.
Yep.
But anyway, I got to shut the stream down because I got to go over to my folks' house to help my mom out. So, hey, I appreciate everyone being here with me on a Saturday. I
Thank you,
appreciate all
Steve.
the thumbs ups and getting me more thumbs ups than thumbs downs because the trolls were here earlier and they did have a lead on thumbs up, but now we're well past them.
Yay.
I just
But
wanted. I'm sorry. Finish what you were saying.
no, go ahead. I was just
Yeah,
saying goodbye.
I was just wanted to tell you because I work tomorrow, so I want to let all the guys in here, all the men in here, wish them all a happy Father's Day who have kids, or even if you just have fur babies, whatever. Happy Father's Day.
Thank you.
And I will be on the Lunch Money Show Monday night, so be sure to check that out.
Okay.
I'm going to check that. I was on last week. That
Yeah.
was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun.
Celine was on last
Pete
week.
and Lou do a good job on that
Yeah,
show.
they do. Yeah. They
It's getting really, I mean, it's like Lou said, it kind of found its niche,
Yep, they found it. Hey, Albert, that's no problem. You're welcome on the yard anytime. I appreciate that.
I don't have
Yeah.
stripper stories, Lou. Sorry to disappoint.
That would be a lot of fun, even if you just make some up.
Okay, I'll make
You'll-
some up.
There
Well,
you
no,
go.
but then
Because you will
Should I
drive
make some
Lou
up?
into the stratosphere. He's so thirsty for you, it isn't even funny. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna kick you guys off, or kick yourselves off, and I will then definitely a happy Father's Day to all the fathers that are out in the chat. I know there's a few there. Lou, Raj, Lost Aggie. I'm pretty sure you're a dad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
$3.
Puffer Billy. I'm
14
pretty
grandkids.
sure. I don't know.
oh wow.
And even if you're not a dad, have a good day with your dad. If you still have your dad around, have a good Father's Day with him. I'm gonna have a good Father's Day with my dad.
There you go.
And if you don't have your father around, I am very sorry. I hope maybe you can reach out to him on the phone if he's not living near you. If they passed on, maybe say a quick prayer for them. But remember the fathers. We are important people too.
Oh God, my dad's my hero. What are you talking about?
My dad is my hero too. He's one of the about 3 people in this world that I counted on as someone who was an absolute influence in my life.
Me too.
Same here.
And one of the other 2 is my mother. So, my parents are my strength. So I'm very happy to still have them. So y'all have a good rest of the day. Have a good Father's Day. I'm going to shut the stream down. Thanks for hanging out with me for a couple of hours or so.
No problem.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Celine, and bye, Lost Aggie, and everyone in the chat. Mwah!
See y'all later.